Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. World Day Against Child Labour is observed on 12 June every year to shed light on the barbaric practices of child labour in Pakistan and all over the world. According to Pakistan Labour Force Survey 2017 and 2018, 13.7% of children are engaged in child labour. Today, I will be taking viewpoints from my colleagues on World Day Against Child Labour.
पाकिस्तान में चाइल्ड लेबर की मुख्तलिफ अशकाल है। जैसा कि आपको मालूम होगा, पाकिस्तान में अराउंड 23 मिलियन चिल्ड्रन आउट ऑफ स्कूल है। इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब ये है कि इसमें मेजॉरिटी ऑफ दिस 23 मिलियन आउट ऑफ स्कूल चिल्ड्रन ये कहीं ना कहीं चाइल्ड लेबर में इन्वॉल्व है। हमारे इर्द गिर्द में, हमारी शॉप्स पे, वर्कशॉप्स के ऊपर, हमारे डिफरेंट बिजनेसेस में, और सबसे इसकी जो एक अजीब शक्ल हमें चाइल्ड लेबर की मिलती है वो हमारे घरों में चाइल्ड डोमेस्टिक लेबर की शक्ल में। और चाइल्ड डोमेस्टिक लेबर को मैं समझता हूँ कि ये बहुत ही वर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ चाइल्ड लेबर है। जब हम बात करते हैं चाइल्ड लेबर को ख़त्म करने के हवाले से, तो सबसे पहले हमें ये काम करने की ज़रूरत है कि हम बच्चों को उनका चाइल्डहुड वापस करें। लेट्स गिव देम चांसेस टू ड्रीम, टू लर्न, to play. This is their basic rights. Let's work together to end child labor from Pakistan, also from across the world, and give them children the best thing, their childhood.
चाइल्ड लेबर के इस माशरे पे क्या असरात हैं?
जिस माशरे में चाइल्ड लेबर पाई जाती है वहाँ पे अमूमन अदम मसावात और नाइंसाफी जन्म देती है, और जहाँ पे ये चीजें फरोग पा रही हूँ वहाँ पे अक्सर माशरे में बिगाड़ आ जाता है।
What are the solutions and initiatives to combat child labor in Pakistan?
To combat child labor in Pakistan, we have solutions like, first, we need to strengthen the legislation and enforcement, strengthening the existing law on child labor. For example, the Employment of Children Act 1991, the Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1992 should be implemented and enforced, providing access to quality education. We need to ensure and provide quality education for all the children up to the age of 16, as mandated by 25A article of Pakistani Constitution. We need to establish rehabilitation centers for the child worker rescue from child labor. The shelters need to provide education, psychological support, and vocational training. Thank you so much.
Why does child labor persist in Pakistan?
Well, in Pakistan, the child labor persists, and it has been increasing and on the verge of a real trouble because a lack of jobs and opportunities, and moreover there's lack of opportunities and education is one of the main things. So there is they should be highly invested upon, and the focus should be on the children right and on the child labor right. Interestingly, one of the reports from Research Society of International Law said that around 264,000 children across Pakistan are employed as domestic workers. Now, it is also due to inadequate education infrastructure, weak law enforcement, and there is an interesting solutions they have portrayed as well by strengthening legislation, by ensuring the accessible and high quality education for the children. The role of NGOs and international organization is very significant and important at this stage, and a lot of social welfare program which could both result into proper public and private partnership. So like the more the social welfare programs are there, and moreover on behalf of a citizen of Pakistan, more awareness is needed all across Pakistan using our social media channels and in whichever way which we can contribute to raise these voices and stop child labor. Thank you.
What are the reasons of child labor in Pakistan?
The primary cause of child labor in Pakistan is actually poverty and financial reasons. Many children are forced to drop out of school to help support their families because their parents don't often earn enough to help support so many children. This is also made worse by the fact that Pakistan is also struggling with overpopulation, as it's one of the most populated countries in the world. This also leads into the fact that Pakistan has one of the highest rates of out-of-school children in the entire world, simply because of this factor.
What do you think about child labor and its impact on children?
Child labor, basically, it is a human rights violation, where child is deprived of his childhood and his eventually dignity as well. Despite international signatories, we are in many amendments and commitments, still Pakistan is grappling with this issue of child labor, which is equally sad. And collectively, we need an effort to combat this menace for child labor, because every child has a dignity and it deserves to live freely also and happily, and to have access to education. But the thing is that we feel in Pakistan, people are not really aware of the fact that how persistent this problem has been over the years. For decades and decades, we are still on the same page that we have to fight it back, we have to fight, and people are not doing enough. And what I really feel about it, it's just not like the physical aspect of child there in labor-intensive industries and everything. It's just psychologically, it's very, very harmful for a child, because they end up being depressed, or they lose their self-esteem, their dignity, and everything. And as a responsible citizen, how can we expect them to yield any output when we are not giving them any level playing field? So on this day, we should do a commitment that every child is important to us, not just our own, and every child deserves a right to education, good health, play, and a brighter future.
Let us play our role in ending child labor. Every child deserves a childhood with dreams, education, and play.